You are looking live at Tucker Road Ice Arena in Fort Washington, Maryland, where the Virginia Cavaliers and the Virginia Tech Hokies battle in the semifinals of the ACCHL tournament. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo here bringing you all the action on RizzoVision. And you see the Wahoos in their signature orange getting ready for the rematch in the battle for the Commonwealth. Just 6 days ago, they played in Lynchburg, and that one went to Virginia Tech by a 5-3 score. Now, they play with something more than the battle for the Commonwealth on the line and more than pride and bragging rights. They play for the right to face High Point at 3 o'clock on Sunday for the ACCHL 2025-26 championship. For the first time since we've joined on here to start the calendar year of 2026, the Wahoos with a full roster and a little extra depth. We'll see if that makes a difference. And Virginia Tech clad in their mostly maroon with some orange, sporting a full bench once again as they get ready to take on Virginia. Tess Cleary will be in the nets for the Wahoos. She wears number 30 and she talks to her assistant coach, Michael, also Cleary. Yes, father-daughter time. Joe Morrill has flown in from Maine ahead of the storm. Nor'easter something, Henriquez or something like that. There's a big storm looming, and it is probably going to disrupt the travel plans for those of us who have to head north after the games this weekend. But for now, it's all about what happens on the ice. Looking over at Virginia Tech to see if it will be Samara Plunkett between the pipes. She was in the nets a week ago in the 5-3 win for the Hokies. And that is Plunkett. Plunkett, the mid-term transfer, and Virginia with their own mid-term transfer, Luisa Rizzo. So those two got to face off last week for the first time. The hellos are coming in from all over Knoxville, Tennessee, one from the arena and one from Boca Raton, Florida, where Dominic Rizzo is watching his sister get ready for the big game, a semifinal with it on the line. Now, sometimes when you jump in here to do these games and bring the action, you want your whole cheering section behind you, but it's a little bit of a void tonight as we miss the Volstads and the Buchanans. So our thoughts and hearts and prayers are with you, the Volstads, and the Buchanans. We wish you were here, but you're just going to have to settle for RizzoVision tonight. Plunkett defends the goal to your YouTube right. Cleary guards the cage to your YouTube left. We'll get ready to start it out. Sarah Ettinger up front with Avery Buchanan and Luisa Rizzo. Suzanne Volstad and Allie Helps on the back line. Underway in the semifinals of the ACCHL. Holtz sends it up the middle. It's picked off and offside if they touch it, but they don't. Here's Ettinger, the captain, along with Todaro, sending it in and down low. goes behind the end line. Wall picks it up, turns, wheels the opposite way. They can't get it out easily. Sonarich sends it forward, and now through 2 zones go the Hokies. Harrigan brought it in. Megan Sonarich 70 and Laura Sonarich 98, the identical twins, are the ones to watch as Cleary makes the first save of the contest. 19-19 left in the first period. Just underway, raucous crowd. There's cowbell. Cowbell in the Commonwealth. Sarah White wins the draw for Virginia. She's up front with Sophia Todaro and there Victoria Spitzer. Spitzer over to White. White trying to turn the corner. White looking, takes a shot. Plunkett knocks it down. Got handcuffed a little bit, but got enough of the blocker on it to steer it aside. Goes toward the middle. White picks it up. Tries to get through one. Looking for Todaro on the other side. White's shot knocked down by the mask of Plunkett. And the Hokies bring it back the other way. Sonarich over the Virgino. Virgino takes a shot, and Cleary held her ground and got the shoulder on it. Sonarich brings it up the middle. Cleary gloves it down before Virgino could deflect it. So a fast pace to start out here as the whistle stops play with 18:35 left, and they are running the clock now. The clock is moving. Clock. Now it stops. So they ran off 6 extra seconds. We want that back. We want our Saturday Night Live hockey. It's playoff hockey. We don't want to get rid of those 6 seconds. Volstad sends it out. Sonarich sends it back in. Hokies have to clear. They're still offside, so Holtz will have a lot of room at 13, brings it up for Virginia. Allie Holtz tries to cut through a couple of defenders. It's going to be an offside as Avery Buchanan touched it up before they could clear the zone. 18:08 left first period. 2 shots apiece, no score either way. Virginia in the traditional orange, Virginia Tech in the black base with the maroon shorts. Virginia with the navy shorts. Hokies send it down low. Near side wall. You're going to lose a little bit down here. This is about the best we could do from over here. I'm annoying the whole crowd because I'm just standing right up against the glass and blocking everybody's view because there's important people on the internet that really need to see this. Suzanne Volstad brings it in. Rizzo got a piece of it, and it comes back. Luisa Rizzo picks it up, curls, looking. Rizzo through one zone, into the offensive zone. Tries to leave it for Ettinger, but it mishandles and comes to the far side. Buchanan comes back on safety. Sonarich is going to pick it up. Both Sonariches on the break. Megan looking for it in the middle from Laura, but it never gets there. It's loose out in front, and a host of players can't pick it up until it's knocked out of the zone, and Morneau picks it up for the Hokies. Virginia Tech brings it in. Miranda had it. Now it goes down low. Comes toward the point. Morneau is going to pick it up. White was looking to get a piece of it and maybe get off moving the other way. Centering feed doesn't get through. Cleary might have thrown the paddle of the stick at it to prevent it from going in front. Virginia Tech works it around, but Volstad picks it up, fires it off the boards on the far side as Todaro jumps off the bench. A nice clean change, and that's a good change in the defensive zone there for Virginia, getting fresh legs on so they don't get caught. Knocked down, pushed out, pushed ahead by Spitzer. She doesn't have the angle nor the strides, and it's icing on Virginia. Whistle stops play, 16:18 left in the first period, no score. Semifinals ACCHL. High Point with a lopsided win over Georgetown. The #1 seed, High Point, awaiting the winner of this one. Sunday at 3 at St. James in Springfield, Virginia. We're in Fort Washington, Maryland. White gets interfered with by Wall, but they don't call it. Puck was there at least for the first moment. Italia looks, Sam sends it through the middle, batted away by Sonarich, that's Megan. 70 is Megan, the defenseman. 96 is Laura, the forward. There's Sonarich colliding with Spitzer there, getting the better of it, but Spitzer gets up, heads over toward the bench to complete a change almost. White picks it up, sends it for Buchanan. Oh, Buchanan almost sprung Rizzo behind the D, but Wall just got a piece of it to break it up. Around the board to the far side, Rizzo picks it up. Rizzo backhands it, gets it out of the zone, but too much Hokie traffic over there. White dangles, looks for Buchanan, finds it on the stick. Buchanan gains the line, but without possession, and it's batted back by Morneau for Virginia Tech. Hokies trying to battle through. Rizzo has it, looks, dumps it in, right to left, center to left, really. Under 15 minutes first period. No score, Virginia Tech and Virginia in the semifinals of the ACCHL. Chipped up on the near side. Severs is over there. Rizzo eventually picks it up, tries to send it for Ettinger. Rizzo knocks it down, picks it up, draws a few defenders, now gains space and time. Centering feed, gets all the way through, backhander goes just high. Ettinger had it off the feed. Rizzo got dumped behind the play, and Virginia's gonna have a power play. Rizzo drew the penalty behind the net. Rizzo with it picked up. Cleary heads to the bench for the extra attacker Volstad, but the whistle stops play on the touch-up. 14-19 left first period. Virginia will head to the power play, the first penalty of the game. It is a hold. Looks like Ray Sturt's 15. Virginia will start it off. White on the dot, Buchanan in the slot along with Ettinger. Rizzo on the far side boards and Volstad at the single point. Hokies win the face-off and send it hard around. Volstad got interrupted by the referee. So the first clear goes to Virginia Tech. Volstad with time and space behind her own net, waiting. Leaves it for White. Sarah White with the white helmet. That's one way to recognize Sarah. Comes up now for Volstad. Volstad looking for space. Volstad draws the defender and sends it over to White, but they're just a little bit out of stride. White and Volstad exchange. Virginia Tech liking that for the time being. We'll see how much they'll like it if the puck gets in on Plunkett, and Plunkett on the slow roller covers it after stopping it and stops play. The clock to the view of you live right now is not representing shots on goal nor the penalty time. There's 1:16 left in the penalty to Sturts. Off the draw. Volstad steps into it. Takes a shot. Plunkett gloves it, and Rizzo was right there waiting for it to hit the ground or the ice, but it doesn't happen. 13:30 left. Period number one. No score. Virginia on the first power play of the game. White on the draw for Virginia. Wins it to Volstad. Volstad looking. Sends it off the far boards for White. White through traffic. White in the slot. White gets it blocked by Wall, and it comes out to Volstad. Volstad, it's going to be another penalty. Delayed penalty here. And Virginia has the 6-on-4 for the moment. Rizzo over to Volstad. Up the middle. Takes a shot. It's fired wide. Cernarich touches it up, and it's going to be a 5-on-3 for 48 seconds. I didn't see the penalty in real time. It is Wall for cross-checking. So Hannah Wall with the cross-check. 5-on-3. Virginia had a 5-on-3 last week. They couldn't convert for the full 2 minutes. Let's see if they could take the early lead here. White has it. Rizzo on the back door. Volstad tees it up, redirected in front, and it goes wide. Somebody got a piece of it. It looked like maybe Miranda. White with it. A lot of time, a lot of space. She sends it for Volstad. Volstad tees it up, takes a shot. Cleared off the line by Tech. And they clear it out. And there's one Tech player a little bit ahead. But Volstad will pick it up in stride with 16 seconds left in the 5-on-3 for Virginia. Volstad with it, turns the corner, has Ettinger coming down the middle, takes a shot, save, rebound, knocked away. 4 seconds, 3 and 2. Rizzo's going to pick it up. Rizzo marches in. Rizzo on the outside, it's a 5-on-4. Volstad tees it up, Plunkett shrugs it away. White with the rebound, takes a shot, and another, and Plunkett steers it away and dives and covers it up with 12:05. The clock is still running. They ticked off 3 more extra seconds there, and Virginia Tech down 9 shots to 2 to Virginia. They're rope-a-doping for the moment. There's still 58 seconds left in the power play for the Wahoos. White off the draw to Rizzo. Rizzo looks. Rizzo gets around one, sends it down low for Buchanan. Buchanan tries to send it through the middle. It hits off the outside of the net. Hokies go down to get it. Ettinger picks it up, now exchanges with Rizzo. Rizzo has a lot of room over there. Rizzo and Volstad will exchange, not cleanly, and here's a break for Virginia Tech. Rizzo knocks it away from Cernarich. Oh boy, what a play by Luisa Rizzo. Laura Cernarich was off to the races, shorthanded if not for that poke. Here's Sarah White, sends it through the middle, but it doesn't get there. With it again, backhand attempt, loose in front, shot, Ettinger! It somehow doesn't go in, as Plunkett was prone down. 15 seconds left on the Virginia power play. Sent through the middle and down. Sam Battaglia to pick it up. Maybe one more rush. He's under pressure from Fergino and has to shove it up the near side wall. That is kept almost in by Cernarich. Now Spitzer picks it up for a moment. Here's Ettinger coming through the offensive zone. Ettinger with it. Sends it to herself on the far side. Fergino picks it up, sends it down. And Cleary stopped it, maybe not realizing the penalties were all over. It would have been an icing. Virginia regathers. Virginia Tech on the rope-a-dope there. They're down 10-2 in shots, but the score is 0-0. They killed off a 5-on-3, and then the remaining 5-on-4. It was about a minute of each. Comes through the middle. Devendorf gets in the way of Switzer. Tadaro knocks it away. Devendorf skating over there, can't knock it down. Hokies send it in. Sievers picks it up. Viv off the near side wall for Spitzer, but kept in by Morneau. 10 minutes now ticking down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Midway point of the first period, no score. Virginia's had the edge here because of the power plays and the shots. There's a shot, save, it's loose in front. Cleary trying to cover and she gets it. 2 Hokies on the doorstep, but 1 Cleary is enough to keep the puck out. As she raises the roof. Boy, Tess Cleary was bouncing off the walls before this game. She couldn't wait for it to start. And the Saturday Night Live level, 11 o'clock start, was anticipation for us all. Cernarich at the point, fans on it. Buchanan got a piece of it for a moment, but couldn't possess it. 9:45 left first period. Semifinals ACCHL from Fort Washington, Maryland. Fanned on the shot was Fergino. She opened the scoring in last week's game. Sent down, Buchanan is going to be the first forechecker there. Cernarich to Fergino, and they move it over the offensive zone line. Wrist shot, Cleary just got a piece. That was ticketed for the top left corner of the net. Backhanded out. This will not be an icing because the puck is on its end and it just spins like a top. Knocked away by Volstad, but again, not with possession as they pick-pong it. Holt sends it down. This will be an icing. And the whistle stops play, and the clock stops with 8:59 left first period. No score. University of Virginia Cavaliers in orange, Virginia Tech. The arch rivals in everything in the black. To simplify it for you. Off the draw, Ettinger. Stolen away by Rizzo. Rizzo's 1-on-2. Don't like the odds too much. Can't get it through into the offensive zone as Morneau was there. Harrigan sends it down. Volstad has to backhand it up the near side wall for Buchanan. Buchanan lost it, and just wills it out of the zone. Number 4 in orange. 8:26 left first period, no score. Battle of the Commonwealth, but more importantly, a semifinal in the ACCHL playoffs. Volstad chipped it up the near side wall, but not strong enough to get it to White, retreating back into the zone. Defensive posture here for Virginia as they try to get it out up the wall, and eventually Spitzer gets it to White. White can't get it all the way through. Tadaro chips it away. White trying to turn the corner. White gets through the middle. She's tripped up there, and there's no call. The stick just went right into her skates. It prevented her from cutting to the middle, and boy, that's a great break for Virginia Tech. That was a clear trip against Sarah White. Went down and regained her posture. If they get the puck with the stick, that's one thing, but then the stick went into the skates of White, and as White was trying to cut toward the middle. Off the draw, 7:39 left first period. Italia battles. Wall sends it up the wall. Cernaric has one to beat, and it's Sievers. She chips it forward, and Cleary's just going to swat it away. Cernaric is going to try the wraparound, but Sievers recovered just in time. Lefty Cernaric sends it out. They must be mirror image twins. One's a righty and one's a lefty. Picked away by Spitzer, gets the stick lifted. Getting a little high there. And Virginia Tech saying, where's the high stick? But Cernaric lifted the stick up, and that's the stick that ended up hitting her in the mask. It was sort of her own volition. Laura Cernaric tees it up. Cleary had a little bit of trouble handling it, but not enough to strike fear into the hearts of the Virginia faithful as the clock stops on the frozen puck with 6:51 left in period number 1. No score. 10-5 the shots in favor of Virginia, but the Hokies have had the last 3 since killing off a pair of Virginia power plays, about 58 seconds of them simultaneously. Rizzo had it just on the edge of the stick. She uses the body to get it out. Here's Ettinger, tries to send it for Buchanan, but Avery had to hold up at the line as Morneau got in the way. Rizzo's going to try to pick it off the boards on the far side. Looking. Will she go to the point? Will she go to the middle? Draws the defender, sinks a shot at Plunkett, and almost found the top left corner of the net, but Samara Plunkett shrugs the right shoulder, makes the stop, and uses the glove to cover it up. 6:19 left first period, no score. Both teams off to a good start here. Off the draw, Volstad jumps in and fires it wide as Buchanan is in sort of a lacrosse-style face-off situation. Battle for it along the near side boards, and Allie Holtz eventually picks it up. Allie has to force it forward, and barreling down the middle was Avery Buchanan, but couldn't get it all the way through. The Hokies just smack it out, a host of them. I think Switzer was the one who really got it out. Volstad will get by Switzer, use Holtz as a pick, trying to get the legs moving. Here's Volstad through 1 zone, 2 and 3. Volstad gets in, gets down low, takes a shot, and she scores! Suzanne Volstad gives Virginia a 1-0 lead with 5:41 left in the first period. Hey, Paul, that one's for you, buddy. I think that one's going to be unassisted. Off the draw. Cavs win it. Wahoo-wah. 1-0 Virginia. Up the near side wall. Sievers couldn't knock it down. No icing because she was right there. Pressed against the boards, but it rode the dasher, did the puck. Kicked away by Cleary. A nifty shot there. It looked like Wall. Virginia now doing something they didn't do all of last week. That's lead the game. The Hokies played from out front. They led 2-0 after 1, and they never relinquished the lead. It got close, but they never gave it up. Now Virginia turns the tables and they lead. Todaro trying to battle on the near side wall. White knocks it away. White comes to the middle. White looking on the backhand. Wall takes her out. White picks it back up. They're just going to try to mark her every time she's out there. Sarah White, number 7, with the white helmet. And she deserves every bit of the attention. A brilliant player. We can get into numbers, but we'll let the pictures speak for themselves. 4:28, first period. Virginia with a 1-0 lead on the goal by Suzanne Volstad. A snipe shot, which is what you want from somebody who someday in the next few years will be a Navy pilot. Virginia Tech with it in the offensive zone. White knocked it down, chipped it off the boards for Battaglia. Battaglia tries to send it for Rizzo just underneath the stick. Switzer picks it up and sends it back down from whence it came. Vivian Sievers with it. Has a half step and will use it to get the puck to Rizzo and out of the zone. Rizzo chipped it for White, but kind of handcuffed her and put it in the skates. Puck coming right at you as the Hokies bring it in. Fugino gets a shot blocked by Sievers. Centered in front, and Cleary, like a cat with the paddle, just keeps smatting the puck away. Rizzo sends it for Buchanan. Didn't hit her the first time, but Buchanan slaps it in, and it goes all the way around the boards. Rizzo tries to help get it out the other side, battles with Addie Morneau. Hokies eventually pick it up, send it around the boards on the near side wall. Sonarich with it, sends it up the middle. This is going to go quickly back the other way as Christina Herman was on the receiving end of that pass. Ettinger waited for her teammates to get on side before firing it down in. Hokies bring it back up with 2:48 left in the first period, and Virginia holding a 1-0 lead on the goal by Volstad. Luisa Rizzo picks it up, chips it perfectly for Ettinger. Ettinger has Buchanan with her. Shot gets knocked away, and she's going to try to recover it as Ettinger and look for Buchanan in the middle. Rizzo changes for White on the back, so White with Ettinger and Buchanan. Volstad hustles through the middle to knock it away from Herman for a moment, and Holtz sends it forward and sliding block there like a baseball player in the 70s breaking up the double play. White comes in, takes a shot, hooking, knocks it away with the paddle of the stick. White gets pressed off by Cernarich on the boards, and Buchanan picks it up, centering feed, doesn't get all the way through. Rather, that was Ettinger looking for Buchanan. Centering feed again. Buchanan, Buchanan was celebrating. It looked like it went into the back of the net. He says no goal. It looked like it was in and out, and the inside post, the referee was right there, said no goal. Buchanan throwing her shoulders up in the air. Volstad, 96 seconds left first period, 1-0 Virginia. Here comes Volstad, breaking in, 1-on-4. Here's the trailer. It's Todaro, knocked it down for a moment, lost it, prevented the breakout. Spitzer knocks it away from Morneau, but Morneau regains it and sends it in. 1:18 left first period. Raucous crowd here at Tucker Road Ice Arena. Cernarich trying to come through the middle, was trying to stay on side and gain the puck. Did sort of half of each. Centering feed, it's redirected, but Cleary keeps it out. 59 seconds left first period. That looked like it was a little friendly fire right there. Looked like Cernarich in the far corner just tried to center it, put it into a dangerous zone. It looked like it went off the skates of one of the Wahoos and at Cleary, but she was ready for it with the pad down. Rizzo blocks the shot from the point, but it still gets low. Backdoor attempt, can't connect. 50 seconds left first period. Virginia with a 1-0 lead over Virginia Tech. A berth in the finals against High Point is on the line between the second-seeded Cavaliers and the third-seeded Virginia Tech Hokies. Wrist shot, Fugino, a headhunter, goes over the height of the crossbar. Sievers knocks it down. Ettinger chips it for Rizzo. Rizzo trying to slow it down. Nifty pass. Knocked down by Buchanan. Buchanan's behind the D. Buchanan gets in. And she scores! Avery Buchanan with 18 seconds left in the first period hits the breakaway. And Virginia doubles the lead. 2-0. Rizzo with the feed to Buchanan on the breakaway, and she holds off the defender and beats Plunkett. White on the draw, wins it back to Volstad. Volstad will take it all the way back behind her net, looking maybe to gain some speed. She's got 12 seconds. That is enough. Sends it up for Spitzer. Spitzer sends it through the middle for White. Volstad jumps in. Here it is again. Down low, and that wall knocks it away, and they almost ran a play right there. That would have resulted in a big, big ending, but after one, Virginia turns the tables, almost identical to last week, but in reverse. 2-0, Cavs. Shots on goal, 14 for Virginia, and 6 for the Hokies. Playoff hockey, Saturday Night Live. I don't know, has anybody ever trademarked the phrase Saturday Night Live? The Morals are watching. Now, time for me to go through the comments here. Tel Aviv checking in. Debbie Rizzo, Tel Aviv checking in. That's not a good sign. Okay. Can you tell us the story? Mom and Dom exchanging on the comments for Coach Joe in support of him and Virginia. Eventful first period here, and it goes the way so far of Virginia. They had 58 seconds of a 5-on-3. Last week, they had a full 2-minute 5-on-3, could not convert. This time, they had about a minute of 5-on-4, a minute of 5-on-3, as Sturtz and Wall took penalties 58 seconds apart for Tech. And Virginia Tech killed it off, got a big boost. At the time, the shots were 10-2 in favor of Virginia. Tech got about the next 4 shots, I think, thereafter. Virginia evened it out, and then it really looked like it was going to go 1-0 after 1. And Luisa Rizzo with the feed that sprung Avery Buchanan, and Buchanan put it away with the backhand over Samara Plunkett to make it 2-0. Last week, the Hokies did nearly the identical thing, scoring about 22 seconds left in the first to double the lead. Cleary guards the goal to YouTube right. Plunkett protecting the cage to YouTube left. Underway, period 2. If you're just joining us, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you don't need toothpicks to keep your eyelids open. Here's Buchanan now to Rizzo. Rizzo tries to get through Wall, sends it in, so at least she gets a dump in. Now picks it back up, sends it through the middle for Buchanan, who was trying to spin and send it through. Chipped up and just out of the zone. Fugino trying to run away with it, but Ettinger says no and sends it right back the other way. Sent through the middle. Volstad picks it up. They were trying to spring Sir Norwich. Almost kept in at the point. Volstad picks it up, turns and looks, tries to backhand it out. Sir Norwich knocks it down, brings it through the middle, makes the pass, sends a shot. Cleary kicks it away, and one of the calves just slips and falls back into the net and knocks it off its moorings. That was Volstad. She just was turning on the pivot, lost an edge, and fell on her duff right back into the end. We do have some of our Hokies tuning in too. It is the hardest sport, a sorority of girls and women who play. They are battling it out tooth and nail on the ice, but we are fans of the sport, so we support all sides, and we're glad to have our Virginia Tech families and interested parties watching, and whoever else is watching on the interwebs. Glad to have you with us. Centering feed knocked down. Sarah White picks it up, looking for Sofia Todaro. Finds her. They try to exchange, but it's a little bit behind. Here come the Cavs for a moment as Severs was gonna, I thought she was gonna carry it in. Sent in a little too north of Haddix, and Virginia Tech can't complete it. Here's White. White's looking toward the middle. Has Todaro with her cutting down the middle. White with it. Sends a fired shot through the legs of Morneau, but Plunkett saw it and steered it away. White had me fooled. I thought she was going to pass it. She sent it right in. Centering feed off the whistle. The whistle stops play. Maybe a little closer look at the Virginia bench here, because one of my lenses is getting out of focus, and it's going to be a penalty on Todaro. Okay, there's the focus back in, I think. Sorry about that. Not that high tech. It's mostly grit. So Todaro with the penalty. With 18:03 left. First power play for Virginia Tech. Rizzo out there to kill it off with Ettinger. Rizzo just steals the face-off, brings it in, sends it off the boards, but didn't get what she wanted from that. Now we'll retreat back as Sir Norwich brings it back up to the far side with the pass. Rizzo knocked that one away from Fugino coming to the middle, but Fugino picked it back up. Sir Norwich with it, looks to tee it up, sends it just wide. Whistles off the boards. Megan Sir Norwich sent it back down. Megan's the lefty, Laura's the righty. There's Laura Sir Norwich. So Megan Sir Norwich sent in, it's deflected just wide. Cleary was there, but when those deflections come, you never know where it's going to end up. Hokies with 1:11 left on the power play. Their first of the game. They trail 2-0, and that one is fired wide. She had her beat, and she just shot it wide and high. Virginia sends it down. They clear. Rizzo at least will get off for a change, and so will Ettinger as the Hokies try to send it all the way up the near side. Sir Norwich off the boards on the far side. A little too strong for Haddix. Picked up by Volstad. Volstad looking, waiting, not under pressure, just shoots it off of Sturts, was probably trying to send it all the way down. 3 back though, one of them White, 2 of them Buchanan and Holtz, and they forced the offside. So 30 seconds left in the power play for Virginia Tech. Their first of the game, they trail Virginia 2-0. And the Hokies are going to take a timeout. So you get 1 timeout per game. And when you're down 2-0 with 16:33 left in the second period, that might be the time where, as a coach, you think this is your best chance to get back into the game. So we're marking that one down. So Virginia Tech with the timeout. It's not a period ender. It's 16:33 left in the second period. Virginia leads at 2-0 on the goals by Volstad and Buchanan. 15-6 the shots, 2-0 so far, 1-0 in shots for Virginia here through the first 3:27 of period number 2. But Virginia Tech relying very heavily on Laura Sonarich, Megan Sonarich, and Brooklyn Fugino. On Hannah Wall. So this timeout will give them a little extra rest for the power play. Harrigan's out there up front as well, but the Cavs win the faceoff. Volstad picks it up, takes a little hack there, and Virginia Tech tries to set it up. Sonarich to Sonarich, now centering feed, doesn't get through, and Fugino just shakes her head, sent up, and Laura Sonarich knocked it down. 10 seconds left in the power play for Virginia Tech. Trying to get it set up. Sonarich to Fugino. Looking, traffic in front. Cleary with a save. Maybe it didn't get through. Tadaro jumps out of the box, and it's shoveled in! So the timeout maybe worked. It comes after the expiration of the power play, and Virginia Tech cuts the deficit to 2-1. Corinne Miranda with 15:57 left in the second. Hard to get the assists from the goal mouth scramble, and there's no announcements, so the best I could probably do for you on that one was the goal. So Virginia Tech making it a game. Cleary steers that one away. 2-1 now. I mean, you just knew it was going to go this way, right? Neutral zone play sent back in by Virginia Tech. Vivian Sievers, number 3 for Virginia, picks it up. Looking for some room. Sends it for Sam Battaglia, but can't complete it as the Hokies bring it in. Tadaro left it for White, trying to get sprung. Can't do it. Comes through the middle of the ice. Spitzer got a piece of it. Wall got knocked down. Wall trying to regain it, rather does for a moment with the backhand and just sends it down low. Virginia Tech putting the pressure on here. Wraparound attempt. It's loose in front. Cleary dives on it to cover it. 14:58 left in the second period. 2-1 Virginia. 15-9 now the shots. So Virginia Tech on its 3-1 advantage here for the period thus far. Hokies win the draw, centering feed. Went through a couple. I think one of the Virginia players knocked the other down. Rizzo tried to get through one of the defenders, couldn't do it. Sonarich picks it up, gets the pass taken away by Ettinger. Rizzo picks it up, tries to exchange it in the middle. Virginia Tech somehow stays on side there. Fugino looking for the pass, and it's incomplete. Laura Sonarich tried to get it there. Spinning move. Cleary off the spin shot, knocks it away with the right pad. Holtz shovels it behind the net. Hokies putting the pressure on, and another goal! And they tie it with 14:21 left in the second period. Goal mouth scramble. And it's Laura Sonarich. So Virginia Tech has picked it up here. They got the power play. They took advantage, even though the first goal was after the expiration of the power play. And now they get a second one. A minute 16 later. So 2 goals a minute 16 apart have tied this game at 2. Semifinals of The ACCHL tournament winner plays High Point at St. James, 3 o'clock on Sunday. Loser will end their season tonight. Well, it'll be after midnight, so they're playing until Sunday no matter what. Here comes White. Sends it for Volstad. Volstad trying to turn the corner. Volstad looking, still looking. Takes it behind the net. Still looking, still with it. Comes toward the point. Will exchange there with Holtz. Holtz will send it for White. White stuck in the corner with Holtz. One Hokie there, now two, and it pops out. And it's sent up the middle. Tadaro was trying to step in, maybe thought the better of it at the last moment. That one sent in by Virginia Tech, no icing. Haddix was sort of there with Tadaro, and she might have had a chance to break, but Tadaro got a piece of it leading up. White picks it up, sends it back to the near side for Volstad. Volstad comes through the middle. Volstad looking to get that lefty shot on the forehand. Sends it through the middle for Buchanan, and it goes just through the slot. White centers for Rizzo, just can't connect, but Battaglia picks it up, tries to send it through the middle. White knocked it down, didn't realize she had it, wins it again. It goes over toward Rizzo, but not quite enough. Volstad jumps in from the point. Volstad's getting the stick lifted. It's getting a little high there. She better watch it, Sinarich. She's riding right on the edge. They're letting him play, though. Sinarich brings it in, takes a shot. Clear, he got the glove on it. 12:38 left, second period. Virginia Tech has rallied from a 2-0 deficit to tie it at 2-2. Kept in at the point for a moment. Rizzo's going to take it. She's going to go right by Moore. No, but she chipped it too far past. Virginia Tech brought that back into the zone themselves, so it's not offside. Virginia didn't realize it, and they cleared the zone anyway. 12:18 now left in the period. Here comes Buchanan. Rizzo is a screen. It doesn't get through. It hits Switzer in the right skate for Virginia Tech. This one's sent down. Puck's not going to have enough to get over the line for icing, so Battaglia is going to have to stay on the gas pedal here, and she does. Sends it for Volstad. Volstad looking to turn it past two. Sends it a little bit forward for Buchanan. Buchanan knocked it down and sent it in for the dump, and that's going to allow the Wahoos to change. 11:48 left, period two. Picked off, Spitzer was walking in, but Switzer took it away. Boy, that's a tongue twister that I can't believe I got right in real time. Chipped up toward the near side board. Roman kept it in, and Dana Roman sends it back down. Sievers for Spitzer for Virginia as they try to get it out of the zone. Sinarich is going to pick it up. Ettinger was on her horse there. Virginia Tech on the change is going to be penalized here. I think there was a hook, and Cleary is not noticing it, or is it just offside? What was he calling there? It looked like it wasn't offside. Oh, it was offside because of the change. Virginia Tech player changed when the puck went in, so it was an offside from that. Herman dumps it down for Virginia Tech. Sievers picks it up for the Wahoos. Sievers with a little room here, waits for the defenders to go. Tadaro was trying to chip it to White. Here's Battaglia, sends it off the boards just below us. I'm just standing in the middle of the ice here. Here's Sinarich, gets in, tries to get the shot off, but Sievers blocked it with the skate. Sievers blocked the centering feed, and it goes behind the end line. Centering feed, shot, one time, save, covered by Cleary! Oh boy, Virginia Tech was about 2 centimeters from taking the lead. But Cleary holds strong. She's sprawled out and kept the left pad strong and rebuffed 2 big chances from the Hokies. 10:09 left, period number 2. Tied at 2-2. Virginia in the orange jerseys, Virginia Tech in the black. As the number 2 seed, Virginia is the home team. They have the last change. That's what you're seeing there. They're allowed to change after Virginia Tech has made their change. That one chips up, comes on Cleary, and she covers it. Both teams started strong. Virginia got the better of it after one. They led 2-0, but Virginia Tech, with goals 116 apart, have tied it up here. Sturts knocked it down for Virginia Tech. Volstad picks it up for Virginia, sends it off the boards for Rizzo. Rizzo sends it up the middle for White, can't complete the pass. No icing though, that won't go far enough. Switzer tries to send it up the board for Sonar. It's sent up the middle for Virginio. She had to thread the needle. 2-on-2 as Virginio brings it in. Brooklyn Virginio tries to tee it up, fanned on the shot. Rizzo stood her ground and waited for the pass. That's going to help her get it out of the zone. Missed it again and just stick a fork in it, 33. 9:24 left, period number 2. 2-2, Virginia and Virginia Tech. Semifinals, ACCHL tournament. Off the wall to wall, WAHL. And these pucks are getting close now, and a lot of players just sort of missing them from both sides, like over skating or not trapping the puck on the stick. Volstad comes through and blocks an attempted centering feed, uses the body as a shield, spins away with the puck, sends it to White. White comes in 3-on-2, Rizzo hurrying to make it a 3-on-2, and leaves it for Buchanan. Buchanan trying to bull her way through. Volstad fields it sort of like a lacrosse player, which she is, a really good one, and knocked it down and maintained possession. Volstad's going to pick off that dump attempt and backhand it through. Rizzo picks it up, was trying to send White, but didn't realize White was getting back to go onside, and now they change. Fresh legs, Ettinger in pursuit there. Haddix picks it up for Virginia Tech. Tadaro affects the dump in, and Virginia Tech changes. Here's Spitzer. Spitzer looking, sends it forward, gets it picked off. Virginia Tech trying to muscle it forward, can't get it through. Tadaro makes a nifty move to get past Morneau and sends it for Spitzer. Spitzer looking for some room there, just gets bowled over. I mean, it's a blatant trip with the body. You can't just slide block somebody, but the refs they're letting them play. There's been enough coming from both sides, but I'd say just let them play. 7:42 left. Here's Ettinger, takes a shot, it goes just wide. In the second period, that is. I was trying to say it. And Ettinger almost got me. Sent in offside. .726 left, period number 2, 2-2. Virginia Tech has dominated the second period. They have 8 of the 9 shots between the teams, and it was 14-6 after one. It's now 15-14. Virginia still with the lead in shots, but a 2-2 game on the scoreboard. Virginia Tech getting the, one of the players was just took a spill coming off the bench on a change and she got hurt. That's not, usually that's one for the laugh tracks, but I think she sort of impaled herself in the boards. Hopefully she's okay. I can't see which hokey it is, but was hustling back before the whistle. Off the draw, White wins it. Rizzo picks it up, sends it back toward White and Buchanan. Sonarich fielded it, but not cleanly. Buchanan bumps the boards. She and White kind of come together in the same spot. It's chipped up and out. Here comes Fugino. Fugino bears down, but Battaglia and Severs combine to take it away. Off the wall, they play it toward the middle. Sturts was trying to get in there for Virginia Tech, but didn't quite make it happen. Centering feed, Cleary knocked it away. Buchanan was trying to send it for Rizzo. Rizzo was looking to send White, and Virginia Tech keeps it in. It's down low, Fugino with a shot blocked by Severs. Boy, Severs has gotten the blade of that stick all over the place. Rizzo breaks out with White behind her. Rizzo curls, gives White some room. White tries to get through. White makes a move. White gets in, shoots, and fires it wide. Sent out to center field. Sam Battaglia picks it up. Sends it for Luisa Rizzo. Rizzo battled with Fugino there. And Battaglia comes in, sends it down, can't get through. As Wall walled her off. Sent to the middle for Fugino. She's gonna hit the brakes and dump it in. Showing a little exhaustion there. He's playing a lot. Virginia has a smaller bench. White's gonna try to spring Rizzo. Oh, and it was knocked down. What a play by Roman. Oh boy, she prevented a breakaway. Rizzo would have been gone and there wouldn't have been anybody on the entire side of the ice. White trying to dangle through traffic, can't get through. Volstad just on, picks it up, sends it through traffic. It doesn't get all the way through the mixer. Kept in by Volstad. Dumped in by Virginia Tech. 5:15 looming as we head toward the later reaches of period number 2. Ettinger trying to get Todaro behind the D. There's Todaro. She'll tee it up, send a bouncer in there. Easy fielding job. And covered by Plunkett. So Plunkett now hadn't seen much rubber for the first about almost 15 minutes, and she sees 2 shots in succession here. Ettinger on the dot. Buchanan in the slot. Todaro on the near side wing. Holtz at the left point. Volstad between the points. Hokies win it. Megan Cernarich sends it around the boards on the far side. Virginia Tech is going to have a break. Oh, just another sort of overskate. The puck maybe got caught in a little snow in front of the Virginia bench there. Chipped forward. Todaro was trying to grab it blindly. Couldn't do it. Wall picks it up. Bounces it up, but can't get through. Volstad gets into the offensive zone, but only for a moment, and the moment's gone. Lombardo chips it down in, heads off for a change. Holtz goes back to field it. Volstad maybe looking to get behind the D, but now Virginia Tech catches up on a change. They do connect with Volstad, but not cleanly, and Wall sends it down. It would have been an icing, and good play there by Holtz to stand her ground. Cernarich gets in. Holtz diving, knocks it away. The closest thing getting to the net was Laura Cernarich herself, but not with the puck, fortunately for Virginia. 3:58 now, second period, 2-2. Wrist shot, Fugino, and it's no goal! No goal! No goal! The puck went in, but the backside referee immediately called the goalie interference. It's not a penalty for goalie interference. It's that the Virginia Tech player made contact with Cleary and did not enable her to stop the puck. So with 3:53 left in the second period, that will bring the face-off. That's why the face-off is outside. He was on top of that call right from the get-go. Off the draw. Virginia Tech picks it up. Brooklyn Fugino comes in, gets down low, backhand shot. Cleary just got a piece and it goes wide. Whistle stops play, 3:41 left in the second period. 2-2 the score, 17-17 the shots. The first period belonged to Virginia, 2-0. The second period belongs to Virginia Tech as they've tied it up. Rizzo tried to get off on the break. White looking for her, couldn't get it off. Wall has it, comes in down low, she fired it wide. Oh my goodness. She had Erin Harrigan wide open in front and just missed it. Here's a block! Spitzer with the breakaway! Spitzer trying to get in and gets it knocked away by Cernarich. Cernarich hits the Jets going the other way. She's going to try to take it to the house. She can't get the shot off and has to dump it to the far side. Megan Cernarich would have had the play of the game right there, and she might have anyway. She caught Spitzer from behind, took the puck away, and started going the other way. Think Alabama, Miami in the 1990 Sugar Bowl when Lamar Thomas was running for a touchdown, and I think it was Jeremiah Castile ran him down from behind, ripped the ball out, and started running the other way with it. Wrist shot goes just wide by Olivia Lombardo. Centering feed, knocked away, chipped away. picked up by Buchanan. Buchanan sends it for Rizzo. Rizzo's going to walk into this one and come up the left wing. Rizzo tees it up, takes a shot. Oh, what a save! It was going in! I was ready to call it in, and somehow Plunkett got the glove on it. Oh boy, Plunkett just was beaten, and she got the tip of the glove on it in the nick of time. Otherwise, Rizzo would have put him in the lead. Off the boards on the near side. White leaves it for Rizzo. Rizzo's going to try to run into it, but it's a little too far, and Roman knocked it away. Buchanan barrels forward. Chipped forward. Virginia trying to change, so they got to keep it clean here. Buchanan loses it to Cernarich, who marches in, gets in down low, loses it. It's knocked away. Buchanan's going to try to knock that one away from one of the rushing Virginia Tech players, Switzer. Hold out. Todaro is going to be the first to put pressure on Switzer, who sends it to Wall for Virginia Tech. Hokies send it through the neutral zone. Brooklyn Fugino with it. Going to cut to the middle, but Battaglia picks her pocket and sends it out. 1:20 left in the second period. It's 2-2. Virginia and Virginia Tech. The Battle of the Commonwealth is a little extra important tonight because it's a semifinal game in the ACCHL. Off the boards on the near side. Todaro tries to get it out, can't do it. Fugino gets it, gets in down low. Shot was blunted. Another shot. I don't know if it ever got through. Cleary was there, but there was room in front. 50 seconds left. Teed up. It goes off the high glass behind the net. And one of the Virginia Tech players just stays down, but not because she was hit. Just Fugino was, I think she was just mad that she fired it high and wide. 37 seconds left in the period. Virginia trying to get it out of here. Sievers calmly off the boards for Todaro, who got it for a moment, lost it, now is playing with it right underneath us. And eventually Ettinger got a piece of it. 21 seconds left in the period. Virginia Tech is going to steal that one and try to rush it in. Harrigan with it. It comes off the boards on the far side with 10 seconds left in the period. No icing. Virginia should just go pursue. They got nothing to lose. Just take a pot shot at it. See if you can get one somewhere, but that's not going to happen, I don't think. As Todaro did send it at the net, and we end the second period in a 2-2 tie. Shots on goal, I'm doing them myself. Well, Debbie Rizzo is also helping me do them. Shots on goal, 14 in the first period, 5 in the second period for Virginia's total of 19. 6 in the first period for Virginia Tech, 11 in the second, a total of 17. Goals in the first period. With 5:41 left, Suzanne Volstad scored for Virginia, and Avery Buchanan doubled the lead with 18 seconds left in the period. Virginia Tech battled back. They got a power play. This was kind of an interesting point in the game. With Todaro off and about 30 seconds left in the Virginia Tech power play, they used their timeout. Now, they didn't score on the power play, but they scored just after it expired. So not a power play goal by Corinne Miranda, but the timeout and the goal really helped turn it around. And then Laura Cernarich scored a minute 16 later. So 15:37 left Miranda and 15:21 left in the second, Laura Cernarich, and that's where we are at 2-2. 3 penalties in the game, 2 on Virginia Tech, 1 on Virginia. The clock has struck midnight in the East. Happy Sunday. Sunday morning is upon us, a third period to decide who will face High Point in the finals of the ACCHL tournament in under 15 hours. Goalies switch sides, teams attack from opposite sides. Buchanan up front with White and Rizzo. Underway, period 3, ACCHL semifinals. Buchanan now with Rizzo and White up front. Volstad with Holtz on the back line. 20-minute periods just underway in the third. Wherever you're watching from, I'm glad that you are with us. Comes to Sonarich at the point, fired, it was going wide, and on the second chance, I don't know if Cleary got a piece or it went wide, but that was a big scoring chance for Virginia Tech. Sonarich with it, gets in the offensive zone. Volstad, there's a whistle behind the play. I don't know if they just called a very, very late offside, or hand pass, looks like a hand pass, hand pass. 19:15 left in the third period, 2-2 game. Virginia Tech changes late. Todaro picks it up, sends it at Plunkett. Plunkett fields it, leaves it. Spitzer was headed in there. Virginia Tech moves it through two zones and into the offensive zone. Miranda with it, takes a shot, and it goes in! Corinne Miranda with a seeing eye single. And with 18:54 left in the third period, Virginia Tech has taken a 3-2 lead. So Miranda with her second of the game. She's braced a goal by Laura Sonarich, and now Virginia finds themselves playing from behind. Here comes White, drawing a lot of attention. White gets tripped up, no call. Volstad takes a shot. Rizzo almost there on the rebound. Boy, they're taking liberties right there, and there's no call. White was just getting hacked and tripped. Centering feed, oh, the redirection goes just wide to keep it at 3-2. Sent out, Rizzo doesn't have a step. She's gonna try to outrace her. Rizzo tries to get through, can't do it, didn't have the angle. Needed a little extra boost on the jet there, didn't quite have it. Cleary takes the chipper and gloves it down. 18-10 left in the third period. Virginia had a 2-0 lead after one. They're now playing from behind as the Hokies have rallied to take the lead. Off the draw, Ettinger wins it. Todaro sends it back into the corner. Wall's gonna take a shot, and it's blocked away by Ettinger. Ettinger and Todaro trying to race in. It's a 2-on-2. It's a 3-on-2 because Spitzer trails. Ettinger fires it at the net. It wasn't going on net, but Plunkett gloves it. And Virginia will take that. They'll take the offensive zone draw off the rush. $17:54 remaining in the third. Virginia trailing now, 3-2. Tech trying to get it out of the zone. They do. Battaglia watches it go down, waits, chips it forward for Todaro. Knocked down, just playing with it in neutral zone, sent down. They're going to call the icing on this. Todaro was right there with one of the Virginia Tech players. It's hard to see if it went off of his stick blade, but they say icing. And third period, 17:24 remaining. 3-2 Virginia Tech. Off the draw, Hokies win it. But boy, Virginia's been close a bunch of times on getting a break. Buchanan got one and converted it. Here's Ettinger. She's got Spitzer in the middle if she can find her. Does the curl and looking. Takes a shot. It doesn't get all the way through. The quality of the Virginia shots has been much reduced since the first period when they were getting a lot of shots and a lot of them quality. Volstad tries to run through that one, can't do it. Holtz back at safety is going to pick that one up. Holtz looking off the boards on the near side, a little too strong for Volstad. Volstad knocks it down. Volstad looking to the middle. Rizzo's wide open if they can get it. Oh, it's knocked down by Cernarich. Buchanan is looking for it as well. Volstad picks it up at the blue line, tries to send it through the mixer, can't get it through. It hits off Burke, otherwise it might have been an icing, and Virginia Tech watches the puck go back down into their own zone. Reversed there. Cernarich is going to pick it up and try to get moving with a long pass. She does, and connects with her sister, cutting to the middle. Holtz just takes it right away from her. But Fugino picks it off, sends it back to Cernarich, backhand pass, easy tap in, and they make it 4-2. So with 16:04 left, Virginia Tech pushes it to a 4-2 lead as Grace Sturtz gets the tap in. And now it's going to be a timeout for Virginia. Laura Cernarich with the spinning move in front. Just found Sturtz wide open and all alone on the back door. Sturtz gathered it, took her time, and just tapped it right in. The easiest goal you'll ever score with a goalie in there anyway. And Virginia now, they're going to have to dig deep. 4-2. Virginia Tech leading it. So a timeout turned things around for Virginia Tech. In the second period. It came with 30 seconds left in a power play. They didn't score in the power play, but they scored just after it expired. That was Corinne Miranda's first. And then a minute 16 later, Laura Cernarich tied it. We went to the third, tied, and then Miranda scored again, a minute 6 in, and now Grace Sturtz from Laura Cernarich. Off the draw, Hokies win it and send it in. Rizzo now jumps to center for a shift with Todaro and Spitzer. Comes to the point. Wall looking for it. Todaro walls her off. Comes to the near side wall. Rizzo lost an edge, couldn't get it out. Miranda looking for number 3. Rizzo picks it up, has 2 to beat. Rizzo gains the line of center, but Cernarich takes it away and brings it in. Volstad bumped her on the way in. Centering feed, back door. Haddix was looking for it from Megan Cernarich. Rizzo jumps off, White jumps on. Spitzer got a piece, knocked it away. Buchanan now. Up the boards on the far side. Cleary controlled the rebound there to Spitzer, but Spitzer just lost it to Sturtz. Virginia's going to need some kind of jolt here to get them out of it. As Virginia Tech just has picked up the play. They've evened up the shots now at 22-22 once again. White chips it, looking, still looking, sends it back to the defense as Virginia changes. They only have 4 out there. And now the 5th comes out. So the Wahoo's not wahooing about it right now. They're losing their grip a little bit, and they're just going to need something to jolt it. That one hits the angle and comes out, and Cleary lays on her back to cover it up. That hit the 90-degree angle on the left side, the crossbar, and the post. And that was Tess Cleary's friend. Still 4-2, Virginia hanging in there. They have 14 minutes left, plus 1 second to figure out how to get this game tied. Off the draw, Rizzo wins it back. Let's see if they can get it out of the zone. Centering feed, Cleary knocked it away. Tries to shovel it out, kept it in play. Shot blocked by a skate. Spitzer over to Rizzo. Rizzo 2-on-3, sends it off of Switzer and in. Rizzo nearly had this one at 3-2 for Virginia. And Plunkett made an unbelievably late stop with her glove to keep it that way. She just got the tip of her catching glove on it to deflect it just over the net. And the Hokies have been able to take advantage here. Edinger to White. White looking to get through the neutral zone, drawing a lot of attention right there. 3 Hokies on her. Every time she touches the puck, there's at least 2. Gugino with it, brings it back toward her own end, spins and sends it up the boards on the far side. A little too far for Laura Cernarch. Megan Cernarch brings it in, takes a shot. Bolstad came from out of nowhere to blunt it. 12:45 left in the third. 4-2 Virginia Tech. It was 2-0 Virginia. Centering feed, it was loose in front. One of the Virginia players spun out back there, getting up now. Cleary through traffic, gets the pads down. The second shot goes wide. Comes up the near side wall. Cernarich through traffic. It was knocked down by Edinger, way up high. Redirected it. There's a battle in front, but Virginia has the puck. They'll take people battling in front all day when they move it back the other way. White with it. 2-on-5. Sends it down low for Buchanan. Hokies send it out. Italia is going to get to it first and send it for Tadaro. Virginia Tech has a bunch of players out there, and there's going to be the too many on the ice penalty, and that is going to be a power play for Virginia with 11:51 left in the third. Too many on the ice, just a slow change by Virginia Tech there, and Virginia smartly put the puck right into that area. High IQ play. I'm not sure who it was. I think it might have been Edinger. So this might be Virginia's chance to get back in it. On the power play, White lost it, but almost regained it. Hokies snap it up the far side. Rizzo was there, couldn't knock it down. Volstad goes back to field it. 4-2 Virginia Tech. Virginia with a power play now. 1:45 left in the power play. 11:33 left in the third period. This is for a berth in the finals of the ACCHL tournament against High Point. Virginia just getting in each other's way here. And Now Volstad, as she often does, just picks up the mess and sees if she can clean it up. Gets in, down low, looking. Buchanan in front, trying to get White in. They exchange positions, but Volstad still with the puck. Volstad still with it, takes a shot, Plunkett knocked it down. 11 minutes left in the game, 1:07 on the power play. Rizzo with it, looking for space, gets it through traffic and hits somebody in the head or up high. And the whistle stops play because it was, what's the call? And it is going to be another 5-on-3. Cernarich for roughing. With 10:52 left. 5-on-3 for about a minute. Volstad, they haven't scored on the 5-on-3s yet. White takes a shot along the ice. Plunkett save, no rebound could be had. Boy, this is it. This is it for Virginia right here. There's 10:41 left. Yes, there's still plenty of time, but a 5-on-3. They've been so close, and yet so far. Volstad has some room, sends it up Plunkett. She knocks it down and covers it. With 10:34 left in the third period. 43 seconds left in the 5-on-3 for Virginia in the orange. White on the draw. It goes back to Volstad. Volstad patiently gets it past Fugino. White gets in, down low, takes a shot, glove saved by Plunkett, no rebound. So Virginia Tech just knocking off swaths of time here. Small swaths, but knocking them off. Tadaro exchanges with Buchanan. 10:28 left in the third. 38 seconds in the 5-on-3, off the draw. Volstad gets it from White. There's one player down in front on Virginia Tech. Volstad gets in, Plunkett with a straight face mask save. I could see the straps on her face mask popped forward. Her mask is still on, but she took it right in the kisser and just didn't even move. Volstad again, this one a slow roller that Plunkett grabs. They're just checking on the goalie now. Let's make sure she's okay. .10:06 left in the third. 15 seconds in the 5-on-3 for Virginia. White wins it to Rizzo. Rizzo to Volstad at the point. Volstad looking, taking her time. It's going to almost expire the 5-on-3. White with it, gets to the dot, looking for room, gets down low, takes a shot. Plunkett just throws the crest of her jersey on it and makes the save. Kept in for a moment. Here's a potential break, but Volstad will get back and take it away. She's got the stick a little high there, but no hook. 44 seconds in the power play now. Rizzo trying to get moving here if she can. Volstad waits. Virginia will change. They'll give up some of the power play time. Here's White. White over for Rizzo. Rizzo gets it, not in stride. Rizzo bears down, takes a shot. Shot it wide and high. 20 seconds left on the power play. It's a 5-on-4 now. This one takes a funny bounce off the wall. Rizzo picks it up. Check, sends it for White. White looking back to Buchanan, who can't get the stick on it. Virginia Tech's going to get it out, and they're going to knock away the rest of the penalty. They've killed them all off, and that's been the difference. Even strength. Now, if the Cavs are going to do it, they're going to have to find some goals at 5-on-5. And there's a penalty now. Let's see who this one's on. 8:39 remaining in the third period, 4-2, Virginia Tech. And this one will be on Spitzer for the elbow. So the plot thickens and the hill becomes a little bit higher to climb. Spitzer with the elbow leaves UVA shorthanded for the second time. White, Severs, Holtz, Battaglia to kill it off. Battaglia got a skate on it, goes to the near side, and now behind the net, White picks it up, chips it up and out. Cernarich couldn't knock it down. Goes all the way back into her own end. Virginia gives chase. Hokies pass it out, up and in. Miranda has two. That one goes off the high glass. Centering attempt knocked down by Severs. It never got there. Battaglia has it. Looks to get it out of the zone, but Cernarich picks it up. Back and forth and back, and Cleary had it for a moment, and she went down, but she recovered. And here's Megan Cernarich with it again. Takes a shot. It didn't get through traffic. It hit Holtz. 1:06 on the power play for Virginia Tech. They have a 4-2 lead. They're looking to put it away. Slapper goes wide. Virginia now the ones who have to parry the shots and get up off the deck and find a way to get this game tied. Cernarich can't field it. And Megan goes back to get it. Over to Frigino. Frigino with it. Looking, waits for her players to come in onside. Rizzo tries to force her high on the top. They're only playing with four, and now the last one comes in. Shot Frigino, and on the back door was Laura Cernarich, but it never gets there, and Cleary holds on. 27 seconds left on the Virginia Tech power play. 7:05 remaining in the third period. Virginia trails 4-2. The game they led 2-0 after 2. Off the draw. Comes to the right side. They're taking it around and around. Centering feed doesn't get there. Comes all the way out. No icing because there is 10 seconds left on the power play. Rizzo the first in pursuit. Is there shorthanded magic here somewhere? Rizzo and Ettinger up front. Hokies try to get it in, can do it for a moment. The penalty expires. And there's 6:26 left. That's not icing because Virginia Tech sent it down on their own. Spitzer, out of the box, has the legs to chase it down and be the first one in pursuit. Rizzo with a little help. It comes to the point. Severs tries to take a chance, can't get it. Miranda's going to bring it in, loses it for Virginia Tech and tries to regain it on the self-dump. Spun herself out of the way there and gives Ettinger a little chance. 6 minutes left for Virginia to try to find one here. And then another. There's a stoppage behind the play. And what is the call? It's a trip. And I think they're calling it on Sarah Ettinger. So with 5:55 left, Ettinger goes to the box. Virginia now to kill it off. If they can, they'll leave themselves 4 minutes to get back at it. Here's Volstad. Does she have magic? She's got two Cernariches to beat and White trailing. She got through one, but couldn't get through the other one. She got past Laura, but couldn't get past Megan. Sent up through the middle, knocked down by Virginia. Comes up, White. Megan Cernarich with it. Over to Brooklyn Frigino for Virginia Tech. 5:11 left in the game, 1:15 in the power play. Virginia Tech, if they get one more here, it's going to be tough. And Buchanan, here's White! White has a shorthanded breakaway! White gets in, makes a move, and she lost it just at the last moment. She got tied up. Oh boy, Sarah White almost opened the floodgates. And here come the Hokies back the other way. Fugino with it, bears down, looking, fires it wide. White had the move, she made the move and just got handcuffed at the last moment. I don't know if she lost it or was knocked away. Virginia Tech sends it in. 26 seconds left on the Virginia Tech power play. Volstad knocked it away. Rizzo's going to try to chase it down. 18 seconds on the power play. 4:11 left in the game. Virginia is going to have to dig real deep here, whatever they have. And they almost had it to 4-3 as White had the short-handed breakaway. Rizzo with it, tries to get through one. Didn't really get tripped up there. She kind of ran into Lombardo's leg trying to make a move. Rizzo maybe got it back and sent it down low. It's going to be probably some long shifts here for Virginia. We'll see if they can. The one thing with the two penalties that they had is they actually, with the short bench, got a little bit of rest for one or two of the forwards here and there that they otherwise would not have. Ettinger with it, tries to center it, can't get it through. Virginia with a little mojo here. They're getting a little bit closer, but they can't kick in the door. They need to get that first one. Battaglia is taking it. Gets hit from behind, and they're going to have a power play. Battaglia draws it. Let's see if they, I don't think they're going to give a 5-minute for the head contact, but it was definitely a cross check right to the head, a roughing. And that's Christina Herman for the roughing. And if you're Virginia Tech, with 3:20 left, that's not what you want. They're going to go 6-on-4. The goalie is out. Virginia all in to try to get one back. So Virginia Tech has the advantage of being able to send the puck down. They could take shots at the empty net without really any risk because there's no icing with the power play. Volstad has it. Gets over the offensive zone line and sends it in. White attacks from the other side. Slapper comes all the way up to Dasher, and they're not getting through there. They're letting Cernarich get close, and finally Volstad has to kneel down to knock it away. Cernarich picks that one off, and Volstad on her knees to knock it away and keeps Virginia's flickering hopes alive. Rizzo knocked it away, nifty play. Can she get it forward to Buchanan? She got it forward, but couldn't connect. Here's Ettinger. Hokies trying to put the lights out of Virginia here. A lot of chippy play. White gets in. White gets hooked and tripped, and they're going to have another 5-on-3, but it's stopped by Plunkett. White was in alone, and she just got the legs pulled right out from under her. It's going to be another 5-on-3 with 2:14 left. It's really going to be a 6-on-3 because the goalie's out. I'll give you a look at the other net. It's empty. Samara Plunkett with 2:14 left. Laura Cernarich with the trip. So sometimes it's not just that you get the penalty, it's who gets it. 6-on-3. Can Virginia find the next one? Megan Cernarich just working like a workhorse to keep that puck away. They got to just get it away from her side. It comes on the near dasher, and Volstad's got to chase it out. So Megan Cernarich just did the whole thing by herself. Just keep it away from 70. Volstad's going to break down the middle, hits the brakes, takes a shot. It's blocked away by the diving wall. She just got a stick blade on it. White picks it up. White looking. White tries to get to the middle. White gets in, takes a shot. It's knocked down with a skate, and there's one Virginia Tech player there and 3 Virginia players, and the Virginia players can't get it away. 1:26 left in the third period. Virginia trails it 4-2. They have a 6-on-4 now as the 6-on-3 expires. It's loose in front, and Volstad has to pick it up. The Wahoo's not throwing in the towel yet. Rizzo has to wait for the onside. Looking, sends it to the far side, tries to hit Volstad in stride. Volstad just gets checked right there in the open ice, and White picks it up, and there's a hit behind the play, and one of the Hokies is prone on the ice. Volstad's going to the box. With 57 seconds left. It'll still be 4-on-4, and with the goalie out, it'll be 5-on-4. And the Virginia Tech player gets up, skates gingerly to the bench. Well, we'll see. That's Harrigan. Aaron Harrigan. There was a lot of rough stuff going on behind the play. They don't even it up. Cleary comes back in. Harrigan and Volstad were hacking away at one another. Off the draw, Virginia brings it out. 52 seconds left. It's a 4-on-4, and Cleary comes out. So Virginia's going to play at 5-on-4. It gets to the point on the far side. Cavs got to get it at the net. That one's going to be. They were trying to send it down, and it shot off of Miranda. 33 seconds left. They got it. Virginia Severs is playing outside the zone. You got to just sell out and go for it. This one's going to be sent down. It's going to be an icing. But you got to hustle down to get as much time as you can. 19, they take an extra second off the clock. And they don't have Volstad out there to help them because she's on the bench for the roughing penalty. 19 seconds. If you have a miracle, now's the time to use it. Off the draw, Virginia Tech wins it. They kill it high into the corner. Severs gets it toward the net but can't get it through. White, there's going to be a penalty there, and I think that Severs just got dumped. Let's see who it's on. And that's going to do it. Severs goes to the bench. In the end, the penalties are going to end up being about even, but there was a lot of stuff going on behind the play here, especially as it got late in the third. Ten seconds left, one draw to finish it out. They battle for it. Ettinger sends it up and out. Cernarich picks it up, moves back into her zone with it. Time expires, and Virginia Tech will move on to play High Point, and for the Virginia seniors, that will end their career. Possibly we might have one extending, but Virginia Tech will go on with a 4-2 win over Virginia. Virginia Tech and High Point at 3 o'clock on Sunday. Play High Point for the ACCHL championship. Eight penalties in the third period, but some of them academic as they were way at the end. And the teams shake hands. And that is going to do it from Tucker Road Ice Rink in Fort Washington, Maryland. As Virginia ends the season, not what they were looking for, but certainly with some high hopes for the future and for those who are going to be hanging around and losing a few of our seniors. And congratulations to them and their great careers. And we'll see what the next season has to bring. And hopefully we're around for that as well. But until now, we'll sign off for the season. Maybe we'll throw up some videos for you in the off season and maybe some interviews. But for now, we're going to sign off. Virginia Tech wins it 4-2. Shots on goal, 30-29. Virginia ends up with the advantage still in the shots on goal. Virginia Tech with 12 in the third for a game total of 29. Virginia with 11 for a game total of 30. Volstad started the scoring for Virginia at 5:41 remaining in the first. And Buchanan with 18 seconds left in the first off the breakaway pass from Rizzo made it 2-0 and Virginia was off to the races. Virginia Tech had Corinne Miranda score the first of her two with 15:37 left in the second, just after a power play expired and a timeout was taken, which really turned out to be the move of the game. Laura Cernarich then tied it with 14:21 left, a minute 16 later in the second period. And in the first 66 seconds of the third, Miranda got the game winner, and Sturtz added the fourth goal to make the final score with 16:04 remaining in the third. Thank you to everyone who has tuned in, and we hope to bring you a lot more in the future. But signing off for now from this channel, it's Joe Rizzo. But if you want to follow more stuff, go find our RizzoVision channel, and we'll be in action for tournaments over the summer and other different times. There's a RizzoVision team. One exists. They play in tournaments at the college level. So check that out if you get a chance. And if you haven't subscribed here, go do that now. And every time that we have action from this channel, you'll get an alert if you hit the alerts button. One more time from Tucker Road Ice Arena in Fort Washington, Maryland. Virginia Tech wins it over Virginia 4-2. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching University of Virginia Women's Hockey on RizzoVision.